Welcome back to Watchin Baseball. We are up to the 1985 World Series Royals versus Cardinals. Just hit myself in the face.
K Green Power Ranger.
Well, this is Ramon Laureano's batting glove.
Yeah.
RL22.
He's in this game.
It does very much look like the Green Power Ranger.
Oh, so much.
Who was a big jerk and then very lovable.
Right.
Yeah. So, Jake, got any info on this game?
1985. It's the Royals, the Cardinals, the I-70 World Series. We're playing baseball. Game 6. Cardinals are up 3-2. It's the 8th inning, and the Royals are pitching. The Cardinals are trying to win the World Series.
Madonna. So, the Cardinals went up 2-0. Then the Royals got a game. Then they went up 3-1. Then the Royals won. So now it's 3-2. So the Cardinals have been ahead this whole time. The Royals are on the brink of elimination. Lee Brandt for the Royals pitches the game of his life. He's perfect through 5. After 7 innings, he's given up 0 earned runs, and he's only allowed 2 hits. So we
know some stuff. We don't know a lot of stuff because this game still happened before we're born. And as always, these are brought to you by the Jomboy Media Store. Shop jomboymedia.com, where you could Jim.
You can buy that shirt.
Yeah, coughing's kind of not cool in this day and age.
I didn't cough.
It felt like a cough.
I spit like a dart. It was a blow dart.
Less cool, I think. That's less cool.
That's why I put the glove on my hand.
Or you could, even the shirt I'm wearing, or the one Jimmy's wearing. Business.
Let's go.
There's Lee Brandt's line as we go to the 8th inning, a scoreless game. And earlier, I visited with Charlie.
Oh, a little interview.
Feel it all maybe jinxed the way things have been going?
Well, I don't know. I've been fortunate enough to pitch some pretty good ball games. If I can do that again, I think my chances should be a little bit better. Maybe with Quiz out in the bullpen, we might come to him a little bit earlier. I don't know, but I still felt confident even late into the ball game. I know it's going to enter my mind if I'm fortunate enough to get that far into the 9th. But I haven't had too much success in 9th innings. But I still felt my stuff was good. I still felt confident I was going to get out. I just couldn't get out.
They call this the Show Me World Series, Jim.
Well, we'll find out. No score. With Landrum, Pendleton, and Cedeno in the top of the 8th inning. Landrum fouling it away, and the count is 0-2. Landrum has twice flied to right.
Because both teams are from Missouri, the Show Me State.
It's big stuff for Missouri.
Second All-Missouri World Series. Who are you rooting for here?
The Royals?
Okay.
I like blue more than red, and that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Ugly stadium.
Really? Because, your biggest problem with the turf was the aesthetics. There was some patchy stuff. Like, this is a pretty turf field.
No such thing. There's no grass in the infield. There's no dirt in the infield.
I mean, look at that color green. Like, that's a bright color green. It's all the same color. I think the
camera got better. Yeah, I hate...
Right, which is fine.
If you have turf, you need to have the dirt infield, not just the spots of dirt.
Okay.
White lines on grass marking the infield where the dirt should be is gross.
Tough.
Terry Pendleton.
TP.
One of the only African-American third basemen. Not only, but like a prominent, it's the position with the least amount.
And this is 1985. Slapper.
We did a whole study on that. We're making a podcast. I'm not just talking about this.
Nice piece of hitting by Pendleton there. Slapping her the other way a little bit. That's what you do with the fastball the other way. Just go with her. Ozzy. Oh, they're referencing earlier.
Cedeno. It's a cool name.
Alliteration. C-E-C-E.
All right, he broke up the perfect game. Good for him. He's feeling hot.
Yeah. Our guy was perfect through 5. Is that what you said?
Perfect through 5, yes. And then he allowed 2 hits in the 6th. The Cardinals tried to bunt him over but popped out and then double play. And then had a 1-2-3 in the 7th. So of his 7 innings, 6 have been 1, 2, 3 innings.
Hall of Famer Whitey Herzog, the Cardinals. Steve Balboni at first base, who is on my all-time baseball name team.
Huge.
Nervous. Jeez. They're scared of the hit and run here.
Hey, what were you going to tell me about Cassell on this broadcast?
So your man Howard Cosell was supposed to be on this broadcast.
Cowsell?
But he published a book in September called I Never Played the Game. And it was basically he like insulted everyone at ABC and they took him off the broadcast.
Good. Thank God. What was his insults? Did you just say
he just basically he threw everyone at ABC under. Oh, he was mad that they were giving athletes jobs in the booth and stuff. He's like, they didn't earn that.
He probably hated being stuck with Earl Weaver.
Yeah, Earl Weaver. I mean, we saw Reggie Jackson in the champagne room. Excuse me. Here's the pitch.
He can afford to waste one. Ump in the ready position.
Low and slow away from a lefty. That's a tale as old as time in baseball. Two really good fan bases here. Two good baseball towns.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay.
Good call.
You're nervous.
That is a bad pickoff. Those pickoffs and the way he's throwing them is basically take me out of the game.
Take me out of the ball game. Lesser known. Cesar Cedeno bored at the plate.
I mean, he looks ready to do, like, he's like, bring it to me.
Yeah,
You've made me mad now with these pickoffs.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking crush it. That's what he looked like.
I was just, oh my God, guys.
You're making Caesar so mad. Double ear flap.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Nerd alert. Did Terry switch hit? I feel like we've seen some switch hitters with the double ear flap. Couldn't afford 2 helmets back then.
No.
Caesar's so mad right now. Don't throw it first, thank God.
He doesn't go. 2-2. Well, there goes the mortgage and everything else and the furnishings. 9-2.
Wow. Lost a bet.
Yeah.
So, I think, like Al Michaels, I love the sound of Al Michaels.
Yeah.
But I do think it may be just because I grew up with him. Dude, Lee Brandt just wears his hat. Like, not...
Yeah, I think he's got, like, very spongy hair, so I don't think the hat can go, like, really on it.
So the Joe Torre style.
A little bit.
Think he's going?
Oh, my God. They're so scared of Terry Pendleton.
He's the go-ahead run.
Definition of speed slows down the game. Nice shot of Cesar Cedeno's pooper.
A close-up of his ass right there.
It's nice. Balboni, are we
Was it a close play?
Yeah. Like, it's not a far play, but it's not a close play.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's like very in between. I don't know if you're allowed to call that a close play. I think without replay, slow-mo replay,
yeah.
Sure.
That's fair. Still the yellow line.
Guys.
Of course, they're throwing over there 3-2.
If I knew all this was going to happen, I would have started the video much later.
Lee Brandt.
Charlie Lee Brandt.
Looks like Cesar Cedeno might have a nice Jerry curl under there.
So they just said that he had 8 pickoffs this season. He has a really good move.
Wow.
These aren't his A moves then. And
He's
he goes.
Ooh.
Look how mad he was. Did you see that?
I don't think that was mad. I think that was like a I won the at-bat. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah.
It could be either. And I like either.
Kind of spit on it.
Oh, I want to.
Not going to get. Oh, our guy, Porter. This is the pitch. It's a good take, man.
What am I trying to watch here?
You're trying to watch him throw the bat again.
Looks a little angry to me, like I wanted to be the man.
I think it's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of like, oh, he didn't want to pitch to me.
Yeah. Daryl Porter.
This is our guy, Superman.
I saw in the comments.
Not a good guy?
Very sad into his life. I think drugs and death got involved.
Not super. Well. Oh, no.
Double barrel?
I just saw Kissenberry, I think, and I'm not happy.
Oh, I told you weren't going to be happy. It's like Kim, but worse.
Lefty on lefty here. And we've got a World Series MVP at the plate in Game 6 of the World Series, first and second. So this is...
It's a big matchup.
This is pretty big. Jesus.
Woo! Too quick. So he did drugs while he played, Porter. And he became paranoid and convinced that Commissioner Bowie Kuhn who was known to be tough on drugs, knew about his drug use, and he thought that he was trying to sneak into his house and planned to ban him from baseball for life.
Jeez.
He would sit out the front window waiting for Kuhn, clutching a billiard balls and a shotgun. Whoa, this whole Superman stuff.
Yeah.
After checking into a rehab center, Porter became a born-again Christian, married, and became a spokesman for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Yep.
Oh, the 2 World Series. This is post-drugs, then.
Oh, okay.
Ball's outside.
Honestly, that pitch looked outside. From everything we've seen in these games, this pitch has not been called a strike in this era.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, but the commissioner is after Porter.
That's true.
And he controls the umps, so.
Oh, look at that lip tickler.
You like the hard cutoff on the sideburns with the mullet?
Bryce's uncle?
Mm-hmm. They don't talk anymore. Dude, we'll see this later in this game. But it is, I wonder if I just don't realize that this is still modern and common today, but just guys who have no business getting big at-bats get a lot of big at-bats in all the World Series games we've seen.
Well, I think... So they used to do the no DH every other year.
Yeah.
I think this was a no DH year, and then after this, they did it just AL/NL.
This was a no DH year because Lee Brandt hit last time.
It is crazy. It is crazy that bench players just didn't play. Like, you were a bench player, you were a bench player.
I mean, yeah, we have our dude coming up who's a career bench. We've stumbled into a ton of 10-year bench players.
It's the dream.
Which I don't think exists anymore. I think bench players is like 5 years, and then you get another young kid to be a bench. It's more like
you at least platoon.
And quadruple A is now bench players.
Yeah.
Like, so like you get out of the minors, and then maybe you're 3 years as a bench player, then you're a starter. Something like that. But yeah.
Ooh, it's a nice pitch. So you jammed him twice. You going low and away, or you going back in there, Jen? Jeez.
I'd go, I don't know what he's got anymore, but I'd go low and away off speed. It's 2 outs, right?
Crowd's getting loud.
I'd dirt it.
Okay.
It's not a bad 0-2 pitch there. Because if he's in swing at everything mode, you'd probably induce a ground ball.
Caesar.
So we got double ear flap Pendleton, no ear flap Caesar. The times they were changing. Now people wear full face guards.
Look at that. There's a stat. And look at that. Damn.
Oh, wow. He was...
Center fielder not... I mean, what that face is telling me is that the center fielder wanted to play shallow, so if that happened, he could peg it.
Yeah, I mean, he's just upset because they just lost the lead in a do-or-die game.
I mean, that doesn't help.
Maybe he thought that Lee Brandt should have been out of the game.
Well, he just missed away. Tries to come back up and in. Not hit very hard, but hit hard enough.
There's no way anyone can play shallow enough to catch that.
Don't tell that to Willie Wilson, bro. Please don't tell that to Willie Wilson. Look at that. Oh, a little bat flip there. My man.
Here he is.
The Wizard.
Wait, they lead it now?
1-0.
I'm just going to skip them. So they get out of this inning.
Do they get Ozzy here? Because we could just... Ozzy...
They do a pitching change and stuff.
Yeah. Ozzy walks, pitching change.
All right, let's skip ahead to the bottom of the 9th.
Can I watch one pitch from that Sidewinder, dude?
Yeah.
So it makes me mad. Pull him. All right.
Here's Quisenberry.
Once he got ahead, just showing him that fastball inside.
Jesus. Dreading this so much.
Jake hates Sidewinders.
Well. Ozzy. That was fun.
That's like a problem in today's age.
Yeah.
Which is so stupid. I mean, that's wiffle ball.
That's wiffle ball. I almost like that because it's wiffle ball. That's a little better than... I think I like underarm a little better than side.
There's no way that guy throws with any speed, right?
I mean, that was coming in 86.
ABS. All right, we have to go. This is bottom 8. There you go. Here's bottom 9. Okay. So, dude, this dude that they're bringing in, his name is Todd something.
Todd Worrell.
Oh, rookie in 1985. And more than that, a September call-up that did so well in September, he stuck and became the fucking bullpen dude in the World Series. I know it happens, like Price did that for the Rays. And
right.
And even Waka did that for the Cardinals and stuff like that. Like, it happens. It's just always crazy. Like,
and
here it comes.
It's a hot bullpen arm, man. I mean, we've seen it so much that the guy who gets hot, they just said 6 straight strikeouts. World Series record.
Do you come into the game just seeking an out, or do you come in seeking a strikeout?
It depends on the situation. Being a power pitcher, and especially the situation I was in the last time I pitched in Cardinal Stadium, I wasn't going for strikeouts. We were down 4-1. My main concern was shutting the door on the Royals and trying to give our guys a chance to rally on 3 runs. I really couldn't afford to let them have another 1 or 2 runs.
So yeah, up until this point, he's having an amazing postseason. 10 innings pitched, 10.2 innings pitched with only 1 earned run in the AL, NLCS, and then the World Series.
World Series record, 6 straight strikeouts. That's nuts.
That has to be broken.
I don't know. 6 straight batters? That's crazy.
Yeah, but we're 35 years of much more playoff games.
Right. I think this is Jorge Ortega. It is funny, man.
Did they just say it was a pinch hitter for the pinch hitter?
Pinch hitter for the pinch hitter. I was looking at Todd Worrell because, I mean, he's a guy that if you got into baseball in the mid-'90s, you just knew him as a reliever, and it's interesting to see the full story that you don't know about dudes. Let's see.
Worrell. So, I mean, if the Cardinals, just to remind anyone who forgot,
right,
the Cardinals get 3 outs, they win the World Series.
Yeah, so I think they did do a pinch hitter because it looks like they brought up Darryl Motley, and then maybe when they brought in Worrell from the bullpen, they went to Orta, excuse me.
So they just completely ditched that one first pitch hitter.
Yeah. Maybe they wanted to get to Worrell.
We want that guy. 25-year-old rookie. Bring him on. You got 0-2 count right now?
We want him. Chopper.
Oh, Chopper.
Oh, man. Oh boy.
He looked very out. He looked out to me.
This is famous. Oh no. If you're a Cardinals fan, look away.
Just close your eyes. Look at that power stance.
Don Deckinger, that's right. I think, dude,
So
I think he's got...
So you're telling me what?
I think this ump's gotten, like, famous death threats and shit for this.
It seemed in real speed, and I've probably seen highlights of this before, like a really bad call.
His argument is he gets the side of the bag.
Yeah.
Looks like he's out. I can't believe they just lived with it. Like, even then, we're seeing these replays pretty quick.
Yeah.
And for 30 years.
Jeez. By a half step.
For 30 years, we just lived with this. These bad calls.
And, dude, spoiler, but...
Oh, my God.
We know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that.
Crazy. You know, they did like a vote in like 2010, and 70% of MLB players said they didn't want replay. What?
Yeah.
Institutionalized. Here's your dude.
Steve Balboni.
That's an athlete.
It's a man. It's a man.
What's Steve Balboni doing if he's not a professional baseball player?
Construction.
Yeah. He's a foreman.
Plumber. Balboni's plumbing.
Yeah. Or mob. Muscle for the mob. Look at that.
Get out. Wow, a lot of foul ground. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. That could have been another out.
That's a really good reaction. Wow. Man.
Porter looks like Squints catching.
Dude, if there's a railing here, that would help. Those come along in, what, the 90s?
No, I think this was the only place that didn't have one. Yeah, that looks dangerous. Because, yeah, he's scared of the railing.
Dude, there's places up till a couple years ago that didn't have railings.
What?
Balboni.
Camera guy behind home plate just got his head taken off.
I mean, man, talk about baseball history. Play at first, which was just the wrong call. And then our right fielder at first base.
Scared of the dugout.
Scared of the dugout. Morel. Through the hole.
I mean, Balboni just went up there swinging, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he just got...
Oh, yes. Twisted Steel and Sex Appeal. Yep. Run it back.
Yep. There's no way we're not watching that dude again.
Let's see what I've got here. Because I think it's just this move, right? It's a little Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, it's great.
He even gets stronger at the end.
Yeah.
Love that guy. That's baseball.
That's all it is.
That is baseball. No chance. Would have liked to see the Mike Schmidt dive, though.
Love a good Mike Schmidt.
Just for the theatrics of it. Come on, boys. Pushing up the sleeves on your way out to the mound is tough,
Well, you
man.
mean business.
That's like, hey, get these outs or I'm going to beat the hell out of you.
It is. Like, why?
Intimidate your pitcher on the way out there?
Like a nervous thing? Maybe it's a little warmer out in the field?
I think we got like a dad-son thing going on here with Whitey and Laurel.
Listen up, Rook. This is my first World Series. I don't know if it is.
I don't think so. I think we've seen these cards.
I know, but I just was saying, like, he's giving a speech. Like,
Yeah.
you ain't going to fuck this up for me.
Are we going bunt here? Hal McRae. Oh, Jim Sundberg. Excuse me.
If I've learned anything,
Yeah,
they're going bunting.
we're bunting.
There's no outs, right?
No outs.
You want to get the runner out first to second.
Wow, look at that first baseman he is in.
Full wheel play there.
former right fielder, as we found out by Al Michaels.
Yeah, imagine that. Like, he's usually so far away from the bat. Now they got him running in. Fuck that.
What a great sport.
It's the best. It's,
like, look how much is going on this play. Worrell shook.
Oh, look at that. Nice perm, seashell earrings.
What do you think about the swing into the bunt? Because he does a little... I love that.
I haven't seen that. I
am all about that.
I have not seen the check swing into bunt method, which I think means this dude doesn't bunt a lot. How do you guys do this
Maybe
again?
He's trying to psych him out. I like that. That's just some classic.
Guy in the bottom left is so sad.
Yeah. Oh no.
I mean, who's the batter? I don't think he's a bunter.
This is Jim Sunberg. You want his bunting stats?
Yeah, can you bring up all his bunting numbers for me?
Jim Sunberg's bunting stats. He's a catcher, so that's big. 6-time Gold Glove winner, Jim Sunberg.
My bad.
So he's good. Let's see if I can get his bunts. It looks like he used to sacrifice a lot when he was younger. Jeez. Could not care less about Jim Sunberg's bunting stats. Sorry, Jim. Both of you.
This is quite the situation.
Getting a call from my Auntie Ree. Should I pick up?
Ask her about Jim
Sunberg.
Jim
Just hang
Sunberg
up.
Bunting stats.
Uncle Rick's probably got the scouting report.
Yeah, he's all over it. So now 2 strikes. You still put down the bunt? This dude clearly is having a tough time.
Have we seen Worrell not throw a fastball? It's been tough to see with that other camera angle.
Yeah, I think it's been all fastballs, but I think you got to just swing here now. What the fuck? Holy smokes.
Okay. So, that's a nice play by Worrell. Nice play by the hitter to get the bunt down with 2 strikes.
So much.
The ump called him out before the throw got there.
I mean, we've talked about that. The umps, you know how when you were a little kid and you would go to ump school and they would say, hey, no matter
Don't
what,
anticipate.
just call it with conviction.
Yeah.
And call it right away and call it with conviction. I mean, that's all the umps did back then.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen so many slide plays where they call out or safe before they could process if it's out or safe. Do you want to watch it again? I'm sure they're going to show a replay. Yeah, take the bunt off. I mean, the dude...
Honestly, that's a really nice play by Worrell, who you mentioned is a rookie.
Oh, nice call.
Yeah.
He had it.
He's a rookie. He shook. He should have 2 outs. Instead, he's got 2 runners on base, and he makes that throw.
It's also a good play by the third baseman because he was charging, and he sees it's going to the pitcher early enough to break. Yeah, it's a nice play.
Good job all around. Would have liked a slightly better bunt, but
Well,
it's with 2 strikes.
I know you got to put it right down the middle with 2 strikes, but I mean,
if everything isn't executed perfectly there,
it looks like it was a bad bunt. He had 2 other chances to get down a good bunt.
Hal McRae. Yeah, that's the bigger problem. Oof, that's a good pitch. Hal McRae still keeping the disco alive a little bit with those sideburns. You like that mustache? Kind of coming around the lips a little at the end?
It's a little too hangy, but I'm thinking he had a playoff mustache going.
Okay.
It started a little cleaner. Look at this batting. A little butt wiggle. Did you see all that? Oh, no. And now the bunt worked. You just gave him the bunt.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's a good look for a cat. It is a classic TV actor dressed up as a catcher look.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't actually look like a baseball player, but he looks like someone.
Oh, no. That might have been a cross-up, dude. Yeah.
Tough to blame Porter then, unless whoever was off.
And, dude, that's another thing in baseball history, because I think that's called a pass ball.
Yeah, they don't like take cross-ups into account on pass balls.
I think it's the scorer's discretion.
Yeah.
I think nowadays they call that, well, it'd be a coin toss.
They can't call it a wild pitch.
They're just going to walk him.
Oh, my God. Do you think there's any Cardinals fans that watch us do these things that are still watching this? Because this is
brutal.
This is brutal. You should have won the World Series. You had the bad play. You had the drop thing at first. And then you have a pass ball. Now you have to walk the bases loaded. And then, this is why baseball is such a beautiful, dumb sport. The intricacies here and the mental mind games. And now we have Dane Org coming up.
Your guy. Tell him about Dane Org.
All right. Actually, this is really cool. I looked up Dane Org. He's a career backup like we were talking about. But what's really cool is this is his second plate appearance of this World Series. His first plate appearance came in Game 1, and he made the last out of a losing game against this pitcher.
Todd Worrell.
So now he's up, and he can make – or how many outs are there?
There are 1 out.
So if I'm in double play, he's facing the same pitcher. It's his second at bat, and he wants to do better. And he's like,
for sure.
What's that? What's 2 mean?
I think they're saying play for the double play up the middle, maybe.
Yeah. His brother played too, Dane Org.
69 years old nowadays. Yeah, Orge only played 100-plus games in a season twice. What's career OPS 695? Yeah, it's a nervous moment. Yeah, so they're in at the corners, double play depth up the middle. Kind of a classic formation. Still works. Still would be executed today.
Yeah. There's so much to blame here for the Cardinals. The umps, the first baseman, the cross-up. Like, what have the Royals done to win this inning?
Steve Alboni's base hit.
That's the only...
My man.
But that's the only thing, right?
Yeah.
They have 3 runners on, and they've had 1 base hit.
We got pinch runners in. Another looper. Wow, that was a good throw by the right fielder, too. Oh, man.
Dane Org saved the World Series for the Royals. Career backup.
And the umps.
And having a right fielder at first base. Another bloop.
Yeah, man. It's starting to get spooky, the amount of bloops that dictate baseball history.
Big hits did not dictate baseball history.
No.
It was just seeing eye singles and bloops. Fucking weird sport.
Dane Org.
Look at him.
A little rally hat.
Who's that?
Attaboy. It's the manager.
That's Reggie, I think. It's Reggie Jackson.
Oh, that. I thought you were talking about the manager.
Let's, just because we like doing this, let's skip. So they go on to win Game 7, the Royals, in an absolute blowout. It was 11-0.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the 7th game of the World Series.
Al?
A term that by itself has a magical ring.
Look at that lettuce.
Last night,
Here's the last out. I just want to see.
who are about ready to go out.
Brett Saberhagen, who wins the MVP. Ooh, nice movement on that fastball.
knows that is, we don't think.
Nice little chaw in the arm there.
In the air to center field, and it's Wilson. And there's 1 out to go.
1 out.
I thought they said there's 1 out.
1 out to go. 11-0 game 7. Kind of sucks.
Andy Van Slyke, the batter.
George giving him some advice.
The two Bretts sharing a delicious moment.
Nice, Al.
It's poetry. I mean, I hope George Brett said hey, have fun, soak it in, something like that.
I like that. I hope he said you better get this guy out.
Strike this guy out.
Or I'm coming in.
Or it's your ass.
Oh.
To Motley.
Deep fly ball.
Yeah. The two Bretts. Sharing another delicious moment. Is that a hat in the pants? A quick hat in the pants situation?
H in the P.
On deck batter still got a bat in his hand?
I mean, that sucks. Don Deckinger.
So no fans, right? No fans on the field in the first year?
The good people of Kansas City.
So sad.
Nope. Wrong.
Some fans.
Some fans.
The team had enough time alone. Oh, wow. People are saving their hats.
Royals hated their hats.
Well,
one guy goes in the pants, one guy tosses it.
It's a good souvenir. Whoever caught that, I bet, still has it. It's crazy that he threw his hat and didn't save it. He saved that.
Celebrating, man.
They're not showing me things I want to see right now.
You don't want to see Terry Pendleton?
No. They're Oh, that was kind of funny. It's done with the bat, I guess. I'm not going to hit ever again.
City Royals are the 1985 World Champions. We'll go to their locker room when we come back.
1 inning. Lost the Cardinals the World Series. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Very shortly to the locker room, we want to tell you ABC's exclusive presentation of the 1985 World Series is brought to you by Chevrolet, who invite you
the classic slide home, running slide at home.
1986. By Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light, it doesn't get any better than
doesn't look as chaotic.
No, it's a little less.
A little more tame. Couple ads.
Jesus.
Absolute excitement in the Kansas City clubhouse. Dick Hauser, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Reggie. It was been a long haul, but it was well worth it. I'm not surprised that we did it. I'm surprised how we did it. A blowout ball game.
Mr. Fogelman, how do you feel?
Okay.
Well, Reggie, I just feel fantastic. I'm just very honored to be involved with such a great organization and great people, and I'm a lucky guy, and I really appreciate being here.
Mr.
Perfect.
Kaufman, I've played against your ball club a long time.
You beat us too, Reggie. I want to say that when the Royals lost, they lost with dignity, and when we win the same way.
Well, you certainly have proved that tonight.
Oh, yeah.
When do you think that guy was born?
1804.
No,
Yeah.
but it's honestly,
He's 200 years
1985 says 85. Like, that dude could have been born in 1900.
Yeah. He
could have lived through World War I,
He
World
was
War II.
conscious for the Titanic singing.
Of baseball.
Oh, a little kiss on the
Peter
cheek.
Ueberroth has a trophy to present, the World Championship trophy
Oh,
to
wow.
the Kansas City Royals.
See, I think they upgraded the trophy,
It
too.
looks better here.
The last time we saw the trophy, it was pretty thin.
I think they put the whole bottom on it.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
Dick, tell me about the ball game tonight. You guys, you had John Tudor and
Not
Brett
great.
Saberhagen pitching tonight. Did you ever expect an outcome like this?
Reggie. You just never know what's going to happen in this game. I knew Saberhagen would pitch a good ball game. He's done it all year. I'm surprised it was a blowout game, but baseball, anything can happen. The Cardinals are a good ball club. They're a good organization. We started catching a break or two. I thought once we came back to Kansas City, they didn't put us away in St. Louis. When we got back here, I don't think our guys were cocky or overconfident, but we kind of had that look in our eye. Not Dick Hauser, but the ball club. They proved it.
Dick, before
Little
we
third
present
person
the
there.
Chevrolet Most Valuable Player Trophy, what about the Kansas City Royals? The Western Division of the American League is supposed to be the weak division.
I heard that. I've heard that for a couple of years now. Well, that's history too, just like a lot of records and a lot of things that happen, dynasties and all those other things. We're a good, solid ball club, and we've got great pitching, and the character came out.
Awkwardly just holding the trophy.
Yeah. Can't feel good.
I understand that the Chevrolet Most Valuable Player Award, the most valuable player is Brett Saberhagen,
Chevy.
who pitched a shutout tonight, gave up 1 run in Game 3. Mr. Commissioner,
those are 2 pretty good starts. 1 run and a shutout.
Here is Brett Saberhagen. Come on up here, Brett.
Make them stop having to hold the trophy.
Outstanding game. What can you say?
Coming in here, I was extremely nervous.
How old is Brett Saberhagen here?
He's young, man.
Fortunately, we got some key plays.
He's another guy who I watch pitch, and I just heard he was a World Series MVP, but the Brett Saberhagen I saw pitch was not this guy.
The most valuable player award. Well, this is the Brett Saberhagen, the Chevrolet most valuable player. This is yours, Brett. The guy who made this whole
Brett with 1 T.
A hell of a ball player.
How's that make you feel?
Let's get that trophy turned around so everybody
21 years old. Holy smokes.
Dude, he was like buddies with Coney. They were supposed to be the young Royals and shit.
Call from a special guest.
Will you
get the President of the United States.
Yeah, I mean,
pitched to 2001.
Yeah, dude, I saw old Boston Brett Saberhagen. He had a really nice year in 1999.
You're not ready for the phone call yet?
Let me say hi to my wife, Janine, and Drew in the hospital. If bring this home to you tonight, and hopefully we can both enjoy it for the rest of the year and maybe one next year.
Hope she was okay.
Yeah. Baby, we think?
Thinking baby, but...
Tim McCarver in the St. Louis Cardinal clubhouse.
Ooh, first sad clubhouse.
And my guest is Whitey Herzog. Whitey, you won 108 ball games this year, and I don't know whether congratulations are in order. Certainly for winning 108, but you couldn't win that 109th.
Well, actually, Timmy, tonight's ball game was kind of a laugher from the other way, and we didn't play very well. John couldn't make a pitch. He didn't have his control. He couldn't get his changeup over. They swung the bats pretty good, and they beat us tonight. And we should have put it away last night, and we didn't. And that's just one of those things. But when you play a 7-game World Series and you only hit about 165 as a team, and you only score 13 runs, you certainly don't deserve to win.
Obviously, you can tip your hat to the fine pitchers on the Royals staff, but here's a club that led the National League in hitting, 264, led the National League in runs scored. If you could pinpoint one thing, I guess you would have before now, but what do you think was the cause of that adroit stoppage in hitting that happened to your ball club?
Well, Timmy, they got a good staff. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind they got a good young pitching staff, but they're not that good. I mean, if they're that good, they'd have won 135 ball games. They won 99 ball games this year, and we won 108. They're world champions, and I'll tip my hat to them. And Kansas City has had a lot of frustrations. I've lost a lot of big ball games in this park. 2 times to the Yankees in playoffs, 3 times in a row, and 2 times in the 9th inning of the 5th game. Last night's ball game was a big ball game. And the fans in Kansas City, after almost 30 years in baseball, really, this is their first championship, and they've been great fans, and I congratulate them. I'd have liked to won, don't get me wrong, but I'm very happy about my ball club. They played great all year, and why we stopped hitting, I don't know. It's just one of those things. But when you think about that we've only scored 13 runs, and yet we went to the 7th game of the World Series and really could have put it away in 6.
Whitey, we received reports that John Tudor was released from the hospital with possible stitches in his left hand. Can you tell us about that, or do you want to?
Oh, yeah. There's no sense in not talking about it. I mean, he's got a bandage on his index finger of his pitching hand. John was awful upset. He pitched so great for us, and he knew he couldn't make a pitch, and he couldn't get his changeover, and he threw Motley a fastball, and he hit it out. And then the next inning, he walked the guy with the base loaded, just couldn't get the ball where he wanted. He come off the field, and they had a fan in the dugout, and he, in frustration, he kind of swung at it and hit his pitching hand and cut it. Nothing severe. It's been
that changes
up.
The story.
No tendon damage. It's nothing like that. But it was just the idea that he was awful down in the dumps.
Speaking of down in the...
Yeah.
All right, that was the 1985 World Series. Good to see the Royals win. Sorry, Cards. Seems like you got some tough breaks in Game 6 there.
Yeah, and Whitey was being tough at the end there, but it was also the lowest batting average in a World Series ever up until that point. So,
jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. This was Watchin' Baseball.